Okay, guys, so I decided to teach you guys something because this one cat does not want to eat food. So, they're about 3 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks. And that one's wandering away. So if you're going to try to get the cats eat, you have to make sure that the mom is trying to wean them off. Hey! Don't eat that! That's not good for them to eat. He's so scared. Because I yelled at him. So I'm trying to get him to stay over here and eat. But he's not. Come on, dude! I'm trying to get him to stay over here and eat, but that's not working. So you have to make sure that you feed them soft food.
What?
Or dry cat food that's wet.
What?
We used to do that because it was cheaper. But now we got this stuff. Oof.
Hey, your dog pissed all over the floor on me.
Got this stuff. Yeah, so
It was soaked this morning like 4 different
if you guys want to, I will teach you guys also how to potty train them too. Sometime. And that's it. But you have to make sure there's only 2 together so they won't fight. And that there's a big enough plate for both of them. And that they're in a room alone.
Yeah, when I got up yesterday, I put her in the yard.
Come on.
So, when I got home.
Make sure they don't keep wandering off like this one. Because this one's stubborn. This one wasn't eating last time either, whenever I last fed them. Which was probably about, like, maybe 3 days ago. When I last tried to feed them. There was 2 of them, the black one and Peggy, but now it's this one that won't eat. Come on, dude. This one's just weird. You're so cute. I'm trying to see if that will work to get him to eat, but it won't. Come on. Eat. Come on. And you guys probably think that I'm like grabbing him like this. I'm not. I'm actually doing this. I'm putting him like this and gently just like putting him over the bowl, but he's not. He keeps moving his back up. So he doesn't arch his back whenever I move him like this, like he probably should. So he lifts his legs in the air sometimes. And I'm about to bring him upstairs. But he's the only one that's not eating. If they're like that, then it's probably going to take a little while to wean them off their mom, which means we have to completely cut him off from his mom. So he'll eat. So you have to make sure that the mom, they're starting to bite the mom, so we have to make sure that whenever she's not feeding them anymore, that they eat this. And I'm kind of scared that if this one doesn't eat this stuff now, and he gets weaned off, then he's going to die. That happens sometimes with cats, where they just refuse to eat the food. Oh, he's done. Okay, well, I guess I'll bring you 2 upstairs. I'll leave this here, and I'll show you the other stuff. I gotta bring these 2 upstairs. I need the laptop. I got mad. There's a barrier downstairs.
I know we got over that thing.
No, Luna! No!
Oh wait, he's got my finger.
There was so much silence just a minute ago. And I went to go get the other cats and I couldn't find them. Okay, I got Krusty and other cats. Jada calls and I go to her house, get a bunch of stuff on them, but oh, that's funny. I got mad. And there's a barrier on our stairs. And my foot got stuck. I was like, I had a cat and it was meowing. And it was scared. So I just kicked the barrier down and ran in here. Yeah, so these are eating. And you all heard that other noise too. So these are eating. Hey, stay over here. Make sure that they don't gain up on each other. And Luna tried to come in here, but she won't get in here again. I'll make sure she doesn't get back in here. Whenever the food is left, whatever food is left, usually we just put it back in the can and refrigerate it. But I don't know if that's really a good idea to do with cats. I'm not really sure. But we do it, so I guess it's okay. We've raised like 6 generations of cats from one cat that I had like a long time ago. So basically this is like a kind of bloodline thing of cats. It's like this is like the 6th generation of cat that we have from that same cat bloodline thing. We haven't really gotten any other cats. We've got like 6. We've had like 6 or 7 generations. I'm pretty sure it's 6. Man, I gotta come here, sleep later. There's some flies over there mating, and that is scary. Boy! Like, bro, I just look over and see that. What the heck, man? How do they know which one's the female and which one's the male? I mean, with cats, it's different. They already know. We're pretty sure we got 2 female cats, of course. I've already said that. I'm going to add more food. Just a little bit more. To see if they'll eat it. Which we have to try to get them off their mom. Because their mom is starting to get to the point where she doesn't want to feed them anymore. And we don't want them to starve to death. You definitely don't want your kittens to starve to death. So if you guys ever have kittens, then this is some stuff that you need to really do. Because if you don't start feeding them while they're this age, then whenever the people who get them try to feed them hard food and stuff, they won't want to eat it and they'll start getting sick from it. And if they're not litter trained, which we usually litter train our cats, then that's actually a plus, so people don't have to try to litter train them whenever they get them, because it's easier for the people who get them to just have them litter trained and food trained, I guess. That's what we usually do. And we usually have them inside, so it's really good for people who have... It's better for an outside cat, actually, that goes outside and inside, because then you don't really need a litter box that much. But, okay, so their mom doesn't really use the litter box a lot. As you can see, that's the litter box. But her brother uses it a lot because he's always inside. And she's usually outside a lot whenever she leaves her cats. Or she's down here eating and drinking. So, whenever you have kittens, and I don't know how many of you have kittens, but if you ever do, this is a really good thing to do. Whenever they're born, make sure to handle them early. Like, you don't have to... One of the cats is trying to get in here. It's better to handle them early so they're better with humans. So usually whenever we have our cats, if the cat trusts us enough, which usually they do because we've had so many generations of them, we are able to touch them with our hands. But if you can't, it's a better idea. It's probably not a good idea for a lot of people to do it because sometimes their cat doesn't trust that, especially a first-time mom, but our cat did. Plus, I was there for the kitten's birth, so I was the first one who really touched them. So, if you can't do that, get some rubber gloves, not rubber gloves, those blue doctor gloves. I can't call them latex gloves because I don't use them. I don't use the latex ones. There's something else that there is because I can't use latex because I'm allergic to it. But if you have those blue gloves that like the doctors use,
Come
then
fix
it's a
this
good
thing
idea
back where
for
you
it.
found it. That you tripped over.
Okay. Hold on a second.
Why didn't you?
I got stuck in a heap. Okay. I can fix the barrier. Okay. So back to the blue gloves. Okay. So it's better to start handling them when they're like maybe 3 days old, so they'll be better with humans. So these cats really like to be like around us and stuff, and I usually lay with all of them. I'll probably take a video of them laying with me. They'll curl up in a pack and start like falling asleep. But the loudest one, the black one, which is the oldest, I was actually holding my cat whenever she had that baby. She wouldn't let me go to sleep until it was born. But yeah, that's a good idea. This is a good idea to do with their cats, and not all people do it, but if you want to litter train them, that's a very good idea too, because then if you actually do breed cats and stuff, then they'll want to buy off you more, since you litter train them and feed them and stuff beforehand. And it's better to keep them at the full 7 weeks and then sell them, so you know that they're like male and female, and that you feed them and litter train them and make sure that they're not skittish, which none of these kittens are skittish. We had one litter where there was a bunch of skittish cats, and they were outside. Hey, you need to stop. My dad is hitting me with the door.
What?
You're hitting me with the door.
Stop talking to yourself.
I'm not talking to myself. Well, actually, I kind of am.
You won't be able to film nothing when I get done with it.
No.